If you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
Touchdown. This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
6, Tennessee, 0.
Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
Leaves it with the back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Iamaleava. Feeling some heat. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. The Vols will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Let's see what he can do with it. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. They'll give it to the back. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
This time he's got it. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. They keep attacking through the air. Makes the grab. Tackled, but he has a first down. And this junior loves to show off that big arm. Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. He's going to pass. He's got it. And he was thinking 6, but that D knocks him down at the 2. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Handoff from the shotgun. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs. How about this? These guys are going for 2.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Worked on the touchdown. Might as well do the same thing on the 2-point conversion. He gets all 8 points on that trip. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And there he is, the nation's leader in sacks, coming up with yet another one. Week after week, teams try to find a way to stop this guy. They just can't figure him out. He's too big, he's too fast, and he has a knack for getting to quarterbacks.
He gets a block. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Complete downfield. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
That's an absolute strike right there, giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
It's caught. Touchdown, Georgia. What a catch and run for 6. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming. Snapped it in the shotgun. He's got it. 2-point try is good as they build on this lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
22, Tennessee, 0.
Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drop.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. So they'll try to make up some of that ground on 2nd down from the 16. Back to throw, it's Iamaleava trying to get to him. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, the game plan's been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots and they're being aggressive, throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes. We're still in the first half. On that last one, he was looking for number 3.
The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone, the windows to throw into it for a quarterback, they're smaller and they close a lot quicker. So you really have to be on the same page as your wide receiver. And that time, the offense and the QB simply were not.
Trying play action. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Pocket starts to collapse.
Man, this defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at them. Get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now. Coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot. He's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. So nice to have a target like that.
And this veteran quarterback just overshot his man that time.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3.
And it's caught! Touchdown, Dogs!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Tennessee, 0.
Great starting point, takes it inside his own 25. And the returner will be brought down. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Maybe they learned something from their opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been an abject disaster.
Man, I think they learned what not to do. I mean, this has been an abject disaster. They haven't done anything right, offense, defense. Palmer, this one's ugly, and it's still early.
Yeah, I'd normally say, well, it's first quarter, just don't worry about it, there's time, but this is the worst start you possibly could have had. So they need to score a touchdown right here.
Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. Getting some heat. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
A loss of 14 on the play.
Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. And the Volunteers will bring the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Touchdown, Georgia.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. He's looking to throw. And that was so close to a turnover in the end zone. The defense almost with the huge play.
35, Tennessee, 0.
On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Catch in the middle, it's Brown. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. He wants to throw. Coming after him. Got it behind the line. It's Sampson. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll test the right side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dominant.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Offense getting set for first down. He's looking to throw it. And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete.
Well, no doubt that's where the quarterback wanted to go with the ball from jump, but better job by the defense forcing the incompletion.
Off the play fake. Got his man. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
You know, it's one thing to have all the accolades preseason and have all the expectations, but it's another thing to be able to go out and execute week in, week out. He's done that. He now has over 1,500 receiving yards on the year.
He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Completion a little short of the sticks. It's second down. Snags it over the middle. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. Now on first and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. Looking to throw. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage.
He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety. So after giving up the deuce on the safety, now they'll be able to kick it away without a rush from the 20.
I think that's one the kick returner is going to want to take back. That was a ball he probably should have let run through the end zone, give themselves better field position, but now they are way backed up.
Going up top on first down. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. After misfiring, it's second down. He's looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here.
For this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Dogs will line it up on first and 10. Using his legs, it's Etienne. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. They have had to wear that beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
And they've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time, they want to put out a much better performance.
Oh, there's nothing worse. The coaches are riding you all week leading up into this game, reminding you, showing the clips in the locker room. You know you failed. You want to come out and get a great start in this football game early.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy has had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Finds his man enough for the first. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. Georgia going back to work with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He makes the catch. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Handoff to the lone back. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Looking to move it through the air. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. Threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. Before then, they can get another score. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Dogs!
Touchdown, Georgia.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner is stopped.
And your Tennessee Volunteers will take over.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese,
what a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety. After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. The best way this offense can say thanks for that 2 spot is by following it up with a score of their own, David.
really fun when your defense does that. When they get you back to football and they score some points, Palmer. Put those points up on the board. You usually brag about it, especially defensively. We got more points than you, but good opportunity for this offense to get more.
Yeah, it's you scratch my back, I scratch yours kind of thing right now. I'll tell you, if this offense is able to go down the field and put up a touchdown, this could be a potentially 9 to 10 point swing based on your defense getting you that safety. You've got great field position now. You've got to take advantage.
And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Makes the grab, and he's got the first. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Ball hasn't hit the ground a lot for this QB. He's already thrown 4 TD passes. He saw a look, wanted to take another shot, and that time they just fall short with the incompletion. But this defense, they have not had the answer with respect to defending the pass in this game.
This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, 1st and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. Looking to throw. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Georgia, number 4, hauls it in the end zone.
Why not double the try total and go for 2? He'll set up to throw. And a dangerous pass there, almost threw a pick in the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
60, Tennessee, 0.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. The give to the back. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
Yeah, a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Volunteers decide to punt it away. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys. And I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion. And no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today. And we can't get very far into this halftime breakdown without talking about that stud linebacker. The kid's been everywhere all at once through 2 quarters. From clogging gaps to causing turnovers, he's been a one-man gang. Public enemy number 1 for that opposing sideline. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got the tight end. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Fires a bullet, now it's picked off. Bringing it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover 0. When I play cover 0, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football. You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. And the Vols will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Off play action. Tosses it incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Newman. Stands in and takes the hit. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Georgia! And the beatdown has ensued. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
straight ahead from inside his 25. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, Davey. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Caught in the backfield. It's Sampson. Tackled immediately after the catch. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
The Vols send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll bring it back. It's White. Makes a move. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Looking for a big gain. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half. And here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
Find space on the right. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. They want to just keep throwing it. He's got it. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass. It's Newman. And the timing just a hair off. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. On third and long, try to convert through the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Dogs! And the pummeling has started. Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. Takes a snap, wants to throw. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. That last drive covered 52 yards on their way to the score. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Fires to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brown. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Bunch formation trying to spring a guy free. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Sampson. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. They recover their own fumble. Somehow. Who knows how they got that thing back? And the Volunteers will call on their punt team. On the move, it's White. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Yeah, and you see some quarterbacks who hesitate to throw the ball over the middle. I love it when you attack the whole field. And the middle of the field and being able to throw over linebackers and between safeties is a big skill. But show that defense. You will attack everything.
They'll line up for a second down play. To throw, it's Newman. Slings it downfield. And that pass is intercepted. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
And defensive backs, you think, don't have good hands. The big fella shows that. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? Yeah.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Gets it out quickly. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. The Volunteers are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. And the Vols are moving quickly down the field. Fires to the tight end. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. They're bringing heat. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
This defense has taken the game over. They're winning the game in large part because of how dominant they've been up front and how good their pass rush has been.
Get it out on the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Splits the uprights right down the middle. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. Down for the offense. Give to the single back. Good solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. 2nd down coming up. Movement here from the tight end. They'll run play action. Fires on the run. It's in. Complete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Looking to throw, it's Newman. The throw. Another incompletion on third down. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop. Line gets set, first down. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And how about this defense taking care of business? Keeping that guy under 200 yards is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job too, and this has been an absolute.
And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. The Vols line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stands.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive, knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. Back to throw, it's Newman. It's complete to the left. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Fires complete on the crosser. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They want to throw it. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the stomping has commenced. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run. Trying to bully their way in. He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
84, Tennessee 3.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football was going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did right there, getting the sack.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Back to pass. It's Iamaleava. They're trying to get to him. They're going to get him for a safety. Trying to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2. So after taking the safety, they'll line up for a free kick from their own 20.
The returner brings it out to the 47, and the Georgia offense will take over.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Complete to the left. All kinds of running room. Touchdown, Georgia! And the route is on. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Comes out throwing on first down. Feeling some heat. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Volunteers will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He's got great speed. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Dropping back, it's Newman. Got out of trouble and throws. He's got his man. They get him down after he makes the catch.
Yeah, the slant routes are just typically one of those that it's a timing route. It's a big body route. A lot of times I throw it to my big guy who's going to catch it and give me positive yards most of the time.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Evans. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
The aerial assault continues. And this one's going to be incomplete. He was trying to make the connection in the back corner of the end zone. Got stopped on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 2. Fast motion from the offense. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. And that one is picked off in the end zone. And the senior just snatched the ball out. Back to his offense.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner. You probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Pulls it in. It's Sampson. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Trying to get to him. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. He's taking a deep shot. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Volunteers will punt this one away. Looking for a block. It's White. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance.
Another interception. This guy just can't find.
The first down Packers.
Never had a chance to get the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought it was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Vols will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice game. The offense will use a timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left. Looking to throw, it's Newman. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
After missing the connection last time, it's 2nd and 10 from the 22. Fires on the move. And you'd like to think this sophomore wouldn't make a habit of trying to force passes into double coverage like that. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. And they almost had another one. Rare is the occasion when you're happy to see 4th down, but it's better than throwing another pick. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Snags it. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. And while this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. So they might try to score again. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. One more play to pad the stats. On 2nd and goal, they give it to him again. See if he's got a nose for the goal line. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown on the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing touch.
And some people might say they should have taken a knee, run the clock out. This offense believes, I'm going to run the football. It's your job to stop it. And they add a rushing touchdown and another 6 to the scoreboard.
No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival.